Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this special live stream on the Best Agent YouTube channel, which is just for estate agents. This video is to explain and announce that I am starting, as of tomorrow morning, Monday the 10th of July, a weekly live video for agents only, followed immediately by an unrecorded live video conference, which is strictly agents only, because on this is a public YouTube channel. We can't control who watches it, so there may or may not be other people watching it as well. But I want to just set out my stall to you, the agents of the UK, this evening, on this Sunday evening, and explain to you why I think we are now entering the most difficult phase that the moving industry has seen for at least the last 15 years, if not longer, and why that also represents a once-in-a-generation opportunity to massively improve the industry and how that can be done. I'm just going to fiddle with the camera here a bit. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Charlie Lambden. I have been a supplier of estate agency software and marketing services to estate agents, mostly in the UK, briefly, 5 or so years in Australia as well, for over 20 years now. And in that time, I have had hundreds of estate agency brands as my clients, ranging from Knight Frank and Savills and some national brands down to one-person operations operating from home, all around the country. I've had long-term clients at the very, very top of the market in Mayfair for 10 years or more, and I've had clients dealing with properties at the lowest end of the price band around the country. I'm the only person who has conceived, designed, built, and launched 3 web-based CRM systems to residential estate agents, and in the course of the 20 years doing that, I've spent more time in estate agents' offices, working with estate agency clients, becoming very good friends long-term, and helping those agents improve their businesses and seeing exactly what happens at the coalface. And having had such a broad cross-section of types of clients, I don't know of anyone else who's had more experience than I have at the coalface of more different estate agency operations than I have. Okay. If there is someone, let me know who they are. I'd love to know who they are. But I have worked with the best and I have seen the worst. And Best Agent is an enormous project that I've been working on for a very long time that covers so many areas of the moving industry. But there's one truth about improving anything, whether it be a business, a company, or an entire industry, and it's this: you cannot improve something without removing the bad parts of it, right? If you're running a business and you've got a team of 20 people and you want to improve it, but 5 of your people are really, really bad, would you keep them in or would you get rid of them? And so no matter how well the good and great estate agents of the industry operate and how well they improve themselves and how well they market themselves, it won't change the industry whilst there are still bad estate agents getting away with bad estate agency and letting the industry and their clients down, dragging down everything about the industry. Okay. And this market, the good news about this really difficult, challenging market that we're in and that's going to get worse before it gets better, is that it will clear out most of the really bad, weak estate agents. Now, I'm not wishing anybody any harm. I don't wish anyone to go out of business, etc. But I do hope that we see the weakest and worst of estate agents decide to leave the industry. All right. And part of Best Agent's mission, which is what sets me apart and Best Agent apart from all of the other supplier propositions who just want to sign up any agent and all agents. I don't want bad agents interacting with Best Agent. I can't stop them. But the whole philosophy of Best Agent, which is what I'm going to be explaining in these Monday weekly meetings as one of the items in each week's video, is going to be explaining how the rules of engagement in best agent, how estate agents engage with best agent, how estate agents engage with movers, how movers engage with estate agents, all of it. We've changed the rules everywhere, specifically to disadvantage poor estate agents and poor estate agency, and specifically to make it easier for serious, committed movers to find better estate agents. All right. I'm not going to go into the details in this video. It's far too detailed, and that's why we're going to be having a weekly session. But I'm not going to be using this weekly video on Monday, the Monday midday meeting, which will be at midday every single Monday. I'm going to be using it to do a number of things. First of all, I'm going to be using it to share what I think is important in the week's media, in the news, in the headlines, in the media, insofar as it affects the moving industry. So I will be trawling all of the news that the consumers are seeing during the week, and on Monday giving you a synopsis of what I think matters and my views on it, so that you are equipped when you're talking to your clients and they want to talk to you about what's been announced in the news insofar as it affects their move. I want to share with you, you don't have to agree with me or anything else, but I'll share with you what my impartial views of the news are, and hopefully that's going to be helpful. Number one. Number two, I will be sharing best agent data with you. Okay, so for example, I've got some up here right now, and here it is. I will be sharing and going into this data and similar data with you and discussing with you how best to use this data to help separate the agents from the good to the bad. What do we share publicly? What don't we share publicly about individual areas or individual agents? What's actually in the best interests of the market, not just of some agents, but the market as a whole? What's healthiest for the market? We'll be going through that every single week and taking your questions. I will also be sharing with you, so I'll be asking you, in fact, for your feedback on our ideas about, for example, how vendor leads are handled, how viewing leads are handled, how best to filter out the time wasters, how to present them to you, and the fairest way to make sure that the movers and agents who need to find each other can do so more easily, and the charging strategies and all that kind of stuff. I will also be, because one of the things I've learned in the last 20 years working with agencies, I have seen the best and the worst of decision making at agents large and small. I've seen agents go through previous downturns. I had hundreds of estate agency clients in 2008, and I saw what happened, and I saw which ones came out of it stronger and which ones disappeared. And I've got lots of really highly respected industry figures lined up to come on the show as guests each week. So every week, I'm hoping to have two guests, one who is an indisputably experienced and respected figure to share their tip of the week for you in how you can best handle the current market and the challenges that this market presents. And then another agent guest sharing a story of the week, because one of the things that I want to do with my mover audience on Moving Home with Charlie is to make sure that people understand that it's not just estate agents that have some really bad actors. There are some horrifically badly behaved movers as well. And all estate agents have to put up with that portion of the moving community that just behaves shockingly. And there's never any coverage of that. And I think it would be really helpful to movers and highlight the reasons of choosing a good agent. For example, if you're a seller, you need an agent who knows how to filter out the really worst of the time wasting buyers and the bad buyers, and only get the good, proceedable, quality buyers viewing their property, that kind of stuff. I want to make sure that the public and the media, because I've now got an increasingly good relationship with mainstream media journalists who I'm talking to on almost a weekly basis now. Just in the last couple of weeks, I've been in the Mail Online, I've been in the Express, Times. I'm getting more and more mainstream coverage on the Moving Home with Charlie channel, and I intend to use that to promote the importance of what estate agents do and why, therefore, it's critical that people choose their estate agent carefully, because, of course, When everyone thinks that all estate agents are the same, which of course they're not, that means that they don't care who they choose. They don't understand why it's an important choice. Whereas I've worked with enough agents long enough to know that your choice of agent is the single biggest success or failure you can make as a mover when deciding which agent to go with. So I want to show you, agents of the UK, whether you are already supporters of what I'm doing with Best Agent or not, I would like the chance to show you how I actually am the greatest champion of what estate agency does for movers at an important time in their life of anybody. I will show you how I am achieving more than Property Mark in terms of raising the profile of good estate agency and why it's so important. Now, you might think that that's a bold claim, so come and challenge me, because after our 30-minute midday Monday meeting every Monday, we're immediately going to have a private live video conference call, which is unrecorded, where each individual guest can only join when we've checked who they are and that they are actually an agent. So there'll be no suppliers in there, nobody from the public, nobody watching, nobody recording, and it will be a completely safe environment for agents to speak in confidence, to challenge me and say, well, we don't think this is going to work because of this, or how are you going to achieve that, Charlie? Or what's your plan for this? What's your plan for that? How are you going to solve our problems? Because I have seen all of the problems that agents face, both in sales and lettings. I've seen it all. I promise you. I've been in it long enough and worked with enough agents of enough different kinds to see it all. And I am bringing all of that knowledge and experience into the way we're building Best Agent. Okay. So I know that I have divided agents. And the reason that my public commentary has been divisive to agents is because I have challenged the bullshit. And that's made a lot of agents uncomfortable, because a lot of agents, it's been what they do for so long that they don't even realize it's bullshit anymore. And they don't even realize that they have no credibility with their audience. And that no matter how loud they are on social media and their advertising, they're not getting inquiries because they're just not trusted because of the narrative. And so I also intend to show you why, even if bullshitting gets you short-term wins and is your only method of competing with your competitors to get business, there is an easier and better way to win business that does not require or depend on bullshit. Okay? It's a guff-free approach to winning business that actually makes it much, much more profitable in the long term. Okay, I want to share all of this stuff with you because my mission is to make moving easier. And because I've worked with agents for so long, I know that making moving easier depends more on agents than anything I can do or say. And so I want to make it easier for good agents to be discovered by the public. I want to make it harder for bad agents to get business and to win business. I want to open the public's eyes to the tricks of the trade that trap so many of them on a weekly, daily basis. So that actually we can start to move towards an improved industry where everyone's better off, with the exception of the worst behaviors. I mean, a lot of you will know this. Let's just take London, for example, okay? 2 of London's 3 largest estate agents by market share sell less than 1 in 3 of the properties that they list. Right? They've both got an X in their name, and the figures are out there to check. I'm not naming them because I don't do naming and shaming on videos. But they're winning more business than anyone else by lying. And that's what I want to change, because not only is actually crap business for them, really, I mean, they might argue that actually, well, it's work to grow their business. Yeah, but at what expense? It's also terrible for their customers. And I just want to help the public spot the difference between the agents that actually want to help and the agents that say they want to help, but only if it's really easy to sell your house. Otherwise, they don't really care what happens to you. So, if there are any agents, Jill Burrows, hi there. as an agent in training, this sounds great. So you can work anywhere. You can be a beginner, a trainee, a junior, a negotiator, an administrator, a branch manager, a valuations manager, a property manager, a new business winner, whatever you want to call it, a listings manager, any of those things. But you are invited to this weekly Monday meeting. And if you can't make it when it's live, you'll be able to watch it back when it's recorded later, but you will not be able to see or join in on the video conference at 12:30, which is not recorded and therefore can't be played back later. So I'm hoping that, if you're at work at that time, ask your boss, can I please join the Best Agent weekly video conference? Invite them to watch it. Invite them to join the live video conference. And bring your questions. Now, I understand that in this effectively public environment, agents are uncomfortable asking questions when they aren't certain that it's actually a safe environment, which is why we're doing the video conference. And the link for that will be in the video on tomorrow afternoon, Monday midday. And I know it's going to be small to begin with, but my plan is for it to snowball quite quickly and become the most useful 30 minutes you can spend in your entire week to find out what's happening in the market, what's happening in the industry, what you need to know, and to get the most valuable tips and to hear the most valuable stories from your fellow agents out there. And I do hope you will join me tomorrow Monday. Okay. And of course, I welcome the challenges. Okay. I know a lot of agents think, look, no one can dislodge Rightmove. It's a waste of time even trying. Well, I find that a defeatist attitude, and I would like the opportunity to prove to you that that's not the case, and that it's not even guesswork, my plan for achieving a real different way forward for the industry. It doesn't require moving Rightmove off the top spot. Anyway, that's a pointless objective, but I would love it if Best Agent resulted in people finding Rightmove was more of an option and less of an obligation. Because as we know, they are ripping agents off up another country. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I do hope you'll join me every Monday at midday here on the Best Agent YouTube channel, and immediately afterwards in the private live video conference that is strictly agents only and it's unrecorded, for me to explain why this is an opportunity for the industry to improve itself, which is the first opportunity we've had of its kind in over 15 years, and why getting rid of bad estate agency is as important as improving overall agency practice and the overall mover experience. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for your support. And those of you who are not supporters and you are skeptical, you're equally welcome. And I welcome your questions and your challenges. So come and challenge me tomorrow in the live video conference afterwards. The link for tomorrow's live meeting is in the description below this video. But it's on the Best Agent YouTube channel. You'll find it there. And in the live video conference, I will also be giving details of a private Best Agent WhatsApp group, which is only individual agents. They're already all around the country. And there's some really interesting conversations happening in that group between agents, which is, again, another safe place for agents to discuss with each other what's happening in the market. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday evening. Look forward to tomorrow's first Monday midday meeting, which is, by the way, kind of a replacement for the breakfast show. The breakfast show was every single day. It was a bit too much. I think a weekly equivalent is going to be better. And our first guest tomorrow is Simon Bradbury, really high respected agent, founder of Thomas Morris Estate Agents. And then we've got another agent, Amy Dodd, who's got her story of the week tomorrow, who'll be joining us live. So look forward to that. Have a great Sunday. Have a great week ahead, and hopefully see you tomorrow on the video. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.